Hey Capricorn, how are you doing? How are you doing? Now, what did I say about the 2 9s in reverse? Sag just ended up with a whole bunch of cards in reverse. Half the deck. So the question is, goatfish that climbed the mountain. Those 2 9s that take us back to the 8s. Feeling trapped. Feeling trapped. But standing your ground. Standing your ground. You want what you want. You've come a long way. You're still keeping your promise to yourself. But it's isolating you. It's isolating you, or it feels like it's imprisoning you. And you're not able to tap into psychic awareness, intuition. You've shut down a lot of input, because we have at the beginning the 4 of Cups, which is like a communion energy. You've been accepting information. You've been accepting interactions to the point that it's confining, or it appears confining, and you're less and less sure of yourself, because there are a lot of people in the room, so to speak, and you're not sure that you want more of that. Because things have been manifesting. We're past the 3s where things start to manifest. And you're kind of worried, if we get to 5, if we progress through the 4 and we anticipate 5 of Cups, which, you know, it's all regret. It's hard to see what you still have. There can be overwhelm. And you don't want to be overwhelmed. You want to think straight, like that King of Swords. You want a logical answer. But you're not getting one. You're not getting one because this energy is coming first. The psychic energy is coming first, and it's stuck. And that's fair enough, because you're earth energy. There's no earth on this table yet. No pentacles. And your 9 of Wands. I mean, that's something stopping you from finishing. And it has to do with this psychic connection, or this... I'm saying psychic because the Cups energy is so intuitive. It could be a work situation. It could be a romantic situation that's affected by intuitive thinking. Devil in reverse. The first major arcana card to come into this reading. But that's your... Okay. Aww, that's your energy. That's you, Capricorn. And this, see, this particular drawing of the devil has strong Kali, goddess Kali energy to it, which is kind of an interesting judgment on Kali, but she's got the tongue sticking out like Kali would have. And, you know, that could be the damnation of feminine wisdom. All I know is it represents Capricorn, and you don't want to, there's no reason a Capricorn should be self-hating. So the devil matters, and the devil, even to Satanists, devil represents, well, there are theistic Satanists and there are atheistic Satanists, and then there are people that aren't actually Satanists at all, but are really white supremacists pretending, well, they're Freemasons pretending to be Satanists. Satanism as humanism is quite excellent, I think. Unfortunately, the word Satan comes from the same religious backgrounds as everything else, so it defeats the purpose for me. I'd rather just be humanist. I do love Jesus, but I love God. All of us are probably going to have to accept some level of surprise when we finally do meet God. But I have Kali right here. Kali has come to me. She has appeared to me in my home. She's the only supernatural person I've had visual contact with. So your own energy is in reverse, Capricorn. And this is not good. Because Capricorn is the most ambitious. Capricorn gets done what is almost unimaginable to accomplish. That goldfish climbing that mountain. But this was going to happen. Because this is divine timing. This is in your chart. Right now, you going through this right now was supposed to happen. Either by benevolence, by someone good wanting it for you and making it happen for you, or you were set up for, you know, somebody, let's say the devil, but the actual, let's say evil energy, put it in your chart that you were going, because I don't think that this is a very nice universe, and I don't blame God for evil. So either somebody has caused you to do this against your will and against the will of good, or it's for the, either way, it's what you make of it. You can't always know in the moment. Sometimes you have to follow through and you find out later on. See if there's any, that's kind of jumping. 6 of Cups. Soulmate energy, but further communion. Scorpio energy of transformation. See what's difficult with the 7 of Cups that comes. That's the promise to transform. That's the promise of self to transform, to go through with it, to mount, you know, to actually experience in Scorpio energy that communion between worlds that's like no other promise to self, because it involves the supernatural. So who are you needing to, who's making contact with you? What do we need to get honest about? Because King of Swords is there. King of Swords just, you know, what's, you can't shut down the intuition. See, that's you as King of Pentacles. Virgo, and but, well, actually I would put Capricorn. If I could switch it all around from Capricorn being cardinal Earth to being mutable Earth, that's what I would do. I don't agree with Capricorn. I understand because of the seasons that Capricorn's cardinal, but I would actually I would push Virgo into fixed which makes much more sense to me. And I would put Capricorn as mutable because you've got to do so much changing to get to the top of that mountain. You really do. You really do. 4 plus 6 equals 10 equals completion. And we're, you know, we're just turning away from the 10s in the thinking and the desire. I'll go to this deck to see this in. But really, it's your own energy. This is, I think this might be the only reading where only one major arcana card has come out. And it's such a strong one. I just believe in Capricorn like nothing else. I really do. I've relied on my Capricorn energy to do the hardest crap. Speaking of Satanists and fake Satanists and Freemasons that I've gone up against that are actually the white supremacists. I just had a major fight with them. Doug Mesner, Lucian Greaves back January, February, March, confronting him about some gang stalking and connected murders. And I had other Satanists support me in that because he's part of a pyramid. And I did it all in Capricorn energy. So, okay. The student. You need to learn. There's something you need to learn. You've stopped learning. You've stopped taking in. So there's something more needs to be learned, Capricorn. From the past. This is a nostalgia card. Okay, Capricorn? Something happened along the way up the mountain, and in order to get the rest of the way up the mountain, you kind of have to regroup and reflect. Somebody's connecting with you from the... somebody's connecting with you from the past. Somebody's this is... Yeah, this is transformation energy. We need... If we turn this around and this around, right? Knowledge, yes. Because this is the same as... Okay, sorry, I had to switch the battery. But yes. The idea that in the other Lovers card, what's the story of Adam and Eve? About the gaining of knowledge. And whether or not there's good knowledge and bad knowledge. And I'd say there's no such thing as good knowledge or bad knowledge. There's knowledge. And of course we need to know everything. If we don't know the full context, what power do we have? What freedom do we have? And they just wanted to get in the way of, they wanted to... The story was set up to stop. If you go to mamiwata, I think, .com, if you look up the Sibyls... but yeah, Mamiwata, the black prophetesses, the African prophetesses. Then you'll find out that it was a smear campaign to stop their legacy, multi-generational legacy. And so, of course, it matters to know things. Of course, there's no such thing as bad knowledge and good knowledge. There's bad and good. There's bad intention, there's good intention. But there's no way that I can know what good is without knowing what bad is. It doesn't mean I'm going to do bad. It means I have to understand what bad is in order to not fall into it. So there's knowledge of self, maybe, that needs to be appreciated. You need to accept yourself. There's just something. In order to reverse in order to, you know, get your sense of self back. There's some kind of truth. There's a truth that needs to be known. And maybe it's historical. Maybe you have the wrong context. There's research that needs doing. Yeah. There's research that needs doing, and hopefully even just with what I've been saying in this reading is enough to get the wheels turning. The fact that this reminds me of, that this has echoes of Kali. If you look at the Rolling Stone, the tongue image, right? Look up Kali. She's the demon eater. She's the one that actually tackles all the evil to stop it, to try to stop it from doing more. She's the protector of children. But she has, you know, she's scary. She scared the shit out of me when she showed up to me. I thought she was a demon. And I wondered how the hell my space had become vulnerable to such a powerful entity coming into it when I felt like I should be protected from that. And it took months. It took months. It took me getting into that whole fight, confronting someone. They had done some horrible things to someone who was a friend of mine, and now who thinks that I'm one of them for having confronted them the way I did and brought trouble. It ended up in a break and enter into this friend's home and wounding his dog, and eventually, as far as we're both concerned, the gas station explosion in his town, which blew out his sister's porch windows and was just close to his home next to her. And maybe Kali did that. It's not always just bad guys, and somebody needed some shaking up, I know that. But the break and enter for sure was right in the middle of the fight. I documented it as part of the fight. So I'm saying this because this is, look at how strong just this one card is in this read. And it's you. You're at the center of your own read. Okay, Capricorn? Something needs, there's more context you need to do the Capricorn thing, and you need to get into all the devil in the details. The devil's in the details. Do all the detail work. There's some details that are missing from whatever it is that's stopping you, that's got you stuck in indecision, not trusting intuition, right? Okay, you can't trust the intuition and the desire. The desire gets muddied, right, if you don't know the context. So you got to research the context with digging into the past, and then you become, then you master whatever it is that needs to be mastered, and you're back in your game, you're back in your stride. Wow, Capricorn, thank you for this, Capricorn. I feel very strong from this, and I trust that the same will be true for you. Beautiful. Look into Kali, look into Mami Wada, look into, get history straight, because the Nazis are winning. They did win, they didn't lose. Look into child trafficking, look into worldcrimesyndicate.com. It's run by somebody who's obviously CIA controlled. He's a bigot, he's homophobic, but he has a lot of information there. So he's obviously controlled, but he's, and then you gotta filter that. See the world as Capricorn is brave enough to see it. And thank you. Happy Halloween, Capricorn. Of course, it's not always it's a heavy cult time. Okay, I will check back on you. If you need any more information, please get in touch, eh? Much love, Cappy.